Hey, this is Daniel Graves doing an exclusive interview for COMA Music Magazine.
On March 27th, you blogged that the new album, All Beauty Destroyed, is finished. Is there a definitive date set for the release, or can you tell us what label it's going to be on?
Actually, I have no answer to either of those questions.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. The album is finished. Thank God. Yeah, we're still trying to figure out the best way to release it. You know, we're exploring various options and all that kind of stuff. As for a release date, late summer-ish, I guess. You know, once the record's done, then there's a whole other slew of work that needs to be done to get it ready for the public. We're having it mixed and mastered now, and then you have to deal with all that bullshit like promotion strategies, while stuff that I really hate dealing with because it's not creative in any way.
That's true. So you announced that on this tour you will be selling a super limited edition 8-track CD single for The Devil's in the Detail. Was there any reason for limiting the release to just the tour?
The idea was that we wanted to create something for the fans that came out to the shows that was personal to us, because in this day and age it's really hard for people to. It's not necessarily hard. It's hard to get people to buy a physical product, and while it isn't about money or selling something to people. It's just about adding value to something that hopefully will have meaning to them, I guess. And so that's why we did this exclusively to share with the people that came out to the shows. Tim and I packaged and numbered them all ourselves. So we just wanted to kind of make a small piece of history for this tour and for the people that shared it with us.
Wonderful. So your vocal styling on Close to Human and A Violent Emotion is very harsh and angry. While Devil's in the Detail sounds familiar, the vocal styling in The Bitter Years shows off the fact that you have a very pure and clean vocal prowess. Is the song any indicator to a new sound for aesthetic perfection on the new CD?
It's hard to say because, I don't ever really stop and think about what something should sound like or anything like that. I'm just trying to evolve in the best way that I can. I'm always striving to become a better vocalist, and because I think it's a really personal instrument that is unique to every artist, so the more you experiment and the more you learn what you can do with it, I think the more you grow. So I'm not really looking at the past and thinking of keeping with anything that I was doing before. I guess I'm just always looking towards the future and trying to make myself better, and that's all there is to it.
Awesome. With all the screaming, how do you keep your voice intact? Have you strained any vocal cords over the years yet?
Actually, like I said, developing as an artist is never an easy thing, and the last year I've been really focusing on my voice and doing the best that I can to become better. I've actually been taking vocal lessons with a woman named Melissa Cross. She has a DVD called Zen of Screaming, and I flew out to New York a few times just to work with her, and it's been fantastic. And so yeah, I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep seeing her. I'm going to keep trying to get better, and yeah, that's
awesome.
it.
So is there any plans on releasing a music video for Devil's in the Details or The Bitter Years?
No, the Bitter Years we just was kind of like a side note to the album. I did that song after most of the writing had been done for All Beauty Destroyed, and I wasn't really sure what to do with it because the theme of the song and the sound of it just didn't really connect to the album the way the other songs did. And I liked the song, and I felt like other people might enjoy it too, and so that's why I decided to release it as a B-side. And in terms of a video for The Devil's in the Details, I don't think so, because we're planning a video for the next single that, can't really announce yet because I haven't really decided. We're kind of narrowed it down to 2 songs. Everybody says they want one song. I'm kind of steadfast in the one that I want. So
maybe
it's my band. I'll get my way.
Maybe you should leave it up to the fans. That might be awesome to do a poll on aesthetic perfection.
But the album has to be out first in order for them to know what song.
Well, then put the album out. Okay, so along with DJing, you have another side project called Necessary Response, which you released an album under. Any hopes for a new album as Necessary Response, or did you always plan on Aesthetic Perfection being your main project?
There will absolutely never be another Necessary Response record. And the reason being because I was really pushed into doing that record by, you know, kind of the business entities that I was working with. And, you know, I originally had planned for Close to Human to have half of those songs that were released as Necessary Response on it. But, you know, the powers that be decided that the two sounds didn't sit well together and that I needed to split the projects in half. And at the time I wasn't let's say, assertive enough to say this is the way I want it and it's all or nothing. Though, in hindsight, I guess I kind of agree with them in that the 2 sounds were pretty distinct. And in the future, I'm just trying to create the sound that I've always kind of heard in my head, which is something that's can at times be very harsh and aggressive and angry, but also at other times be a bit more sensitive isn't the word. I would say maybe vulnerable or just something like that. I mean, all I ever wanted was for Aesthetic Perfection to be an expression of raw emotion, and regardless of what kind of emotion it is.
It's understandable. Okay, so you announced last month that you'll be touring with Combi Christ in the UK in June. You've really been touring with them a lot as of late. Is it because both you and Combi Christ mesh so well together in sound, or is it the fact that you guys just purely get along?
We, you know, we never really stopped to think about how it fits in terms of a sound. You know, we toured together. We started touring together in 2009. We did a European tour together and found that we just get along swimmingly. And ever since then, they've been really, really good friends of ours. And you know, we all hang out and spend time together when we're not on tour, and it just kind of seems natural to just keep touring together. But we are excited about this tour. We do miss the Combi boys, but we're excited to headline our first tour this time around. And so yeah, we'll probably tour with them again after the UK. You never know, because you know there are really close friends. So you never know. It may go that way until the end of time.
That would be awesome. So, Joe Letts of Combi Christ and you constantly taunt each other on various forms of social networking, and he recently hacked your Facebook profile. Was there any practical jokes or pranks that happened while on tour with Combi Christ?
When did Joe hack my profile?
Last month.
Oh, that wasn't Joe.
It wasn't Joe.
That was Tim.
It was Tim.
That was Tim.
That makes sense too. Okay.
But yeah, Joe has gotten a hold of my profile a couple of times, but that was a ways back before I was smart enough to have my computer need a password to unlock. But when I wasn't around Joe last month, I figured, okay, it's safe. I don't need to have my laptop locked every time I walk away from it. And then I made that mistake and paid for it with Tim's chicanery. But yeah, I think the relationship of me and Joe taunting each other all the time on the internet is just, it's indicative of the way we are in person, because I love Joe and we're just kind of, we're just those kind of guys.
Okay, so this is my last question. This will be your second time playing the Connect Festival. Has there been any funny fan stories and any bands you're looking forward to seeing while you were there?
It's really hard to say. I mean, I don't really remember a lot of Kinetic from the first time, just simply because I consume copious amounts of alcohol all the time. I'm not drunk now, and maybe that's why I can't remember. It seems that like when you're drunk, you can recall drunk memories a lot easier. I don't know. I've kind of found that I've been surprisingly sober the last few days, and a lot of pieces are missing, and then when I start to drink, it all comes back. So I can't recall anything specific, but I remember that Kinetic is always awesome. I do have some Danish friends that come over they were there the last time, and they brought a bottle of this disgusting menthol licorice salt vodka.
Ew.
And I was pouring that out into the crowd during our set. And
sorry.
no, it's amazing. It's the most awful alcohol that you could even imagine, but we drink it constantly just because our Danish friends are always bringing it around, and they will be at Kinetic this year. So I guess I'm looking forward to the Danes bringing more of that foul liquor.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for the interview.
My pleasure.
And look forward to the show.
It's going to be great.
Awesome.